Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's episode is going to be titled Stop Shaming People for Being Virgins. I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind for a long time, something I've wondered about ever since I was a kid. Growing up, I'd hear people say certain things in school, and I never quite understood why they thought that way. One thing that stuck with me is how society treats the concept of virginity and how people use it to shame others. It's so normalized to call people virgins as an insult, and I just don't get it. Why is being a virgin seen as a bad thing? Why is it looked down upon to either save yourself for someone special or not be in a position to have sex? If someone chooses not to engage in sexual activities, whether for religious reasons, personal reasons, or even just because they haven't found the right person, why is that seen as a flaw? Why do people think it's okay to shame others for making different choices or for simply living their life at their own pace? It's baffling to me. There's this pressure to conform to timelines that society sets for us, like you have to have sex by this age, or you're expected to achieve certain milestones by that age. But that's not how life works. Everyone is different. We all experience things in our own time, and that's perfectly okay. Take me, for example. I didn't lose my virginity until my early 20s. I think I was 23. And honestly, I wasn't in a rush. I didn't want to just do it with someone I didn't care about. For me, it was important to wait for someone I genuinely loved and cared for because that made the experience more meaningful. It's a personal decision, and I'm glad I waited. But I know others who were shamed for waiting or for not being sexually active sooner. That judgment isn't fair. It's cruel, and it doesn't help anyone. What really bothers me is the larger societal issue behind this. Why do we feel the need to put people down, especially when they're vulnerable or struggling? Even if someone wants to have sex but hasn't found a partner, why should they be mocked for that? Bullying someone for not meeting arbitrary societal standards is so mean spirited. It's as if we've forgotten how to respect others for simply living their lives. We're all human, and we all deserve kindness and understanding. No one's worth should be measured by whether they've had sex or not, or by any other milestone society deems important. And it's not just about virginity. This kind of judgment extends to so many areas of life. People are judged for not owning a car by a certain age, not having a house, or not being in a certain financial position. All of this ties into the same toxic mindset, the belief that there's a universal timeline everyone should follow. But life doesn't work that way. Some people reach certain milestones early while others take longer, and that's okay. What matters is that you're living life on your terms in a way that feels genuine and right for you. I also think hookup culture plays a role in this issue. There's so much emphasis on casual sex, and while that might work for some people, it's not for everyone. In fact, studies have shown that hookup culture can be mentally and emotionally damaging for many people. A lot of folks who participate in it end up wishing for something more meaningful, but are afraid to admit it. They suppress their feelings and pretend to be okay with casual flings, but deep down, they want a deeper connection. It's a cycle that often leaves people feeling empty and unfulfilled. When we shame others for their choices, whether it's about virginity, relationships, or anything else, we're not helping anyone. All we're doing is spreading negativity and making it harder for people to be authentic. The truth is, everyone's journey is unique. Just because someone isn't doing something at the same time or in the same way as you doesn't mean they're doing it wrong. We need to be more understanding and less judgmental as a society. I know that me saying all of this probably won't change anything overnight. People will continue to shame others because, unfortunately, ignorance and cruelty are deeply ingrained in some people. But if even one person hears this and reconsiders how they treat others, that's a step in the right direction. If you've ever been shamed for not meeting someone else's standards, especially when it comes to virginity, don't take it to heart. The opinions of those who judge you aren't worth your energy. The truth is, a lot of people who shame others don't even have their own lives figured out. They're just projecting their insecurities onto you. They don't know your journey, your struggles, or what's brought you to where you are today. So don't let their words get to you. You know your worth, and that's what matters. I want to leave you with this: live your life authentically. Don't let society's expectations dictate your happiness. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you have every right to live your life the way you choose. Don't let negativity or judgment hold you back. If you're happy with where you are and the choices you've made, that's all that matters. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I've missed making these videos, but I'm back with a new background, a beautiful ocean sunset. I think it's really peaceful, and I hope it adds to the vibe of this conversation. Picture us sitting on a boat, watching the waves as we talk. It's calming, isn't it? I might switch up the scenery for future videos, but I really like this one. Take care of yourselves and don't let anyone make you feel bad for living your truth. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and remember, you're doing just fine. Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Signing out. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye for now.